Remember when people could disagree and still have lunch together? Yeah, me neither. It feels like we've moved from I see your point to I must destroy you on Twitter in about 0.3 seconds flat. Tolerance used to be this badge of honor, something you showed off. Now it's like gluten. Half the population says they can't handle it anymore. In this video, we're going to unpack how tolerance went from a core social value to an endangered species. We'll look at the cultural shifts, the psychology behind it, and how to actually bring it back into your own life without feeling like you're rolling over or losing your voice. Alright, let's dive straight into why tolerance got cancelled. 1. The old definition versus the new reality. Tolerance used to mean putting up with ideas or people you don't agree with. It wasn't about agreement, it was about coexistence. Now for a lot of people it's been redefined to mean accept everything I believe without question, or you're the enemy. Why? Social media rewards outrage. Algorithms feed you a steady diet of people you already agree with. You forget what actual disagreement looks like until it hits you like a cold shower. 2. The psychology of intolerance. Our brains are wired for tribalism. Back in caveman times, disagreeing with the tribe could get you kicked out, which back then meant eaten by something with big teeth. Today, we're not facing saber-toothed tigers, but our brains treat social rejection like a survival threat. So when someone challenges our views, our fight or flight kicks in, tolerance becomes optional. And fighting back feels safer than listening. 3. The role of moral inflation. Here's a fun phrase, moral inflation. It's like economic inflation, but instead of money losing value, the word intolerant gets applied to smaller and smaller things. What used to be a genuine moral issue can now be, you didn't phrase that exactly how I wanted. The more we inflate moral language, the harder it is to practice actual tolerance, because every disagreement feels like a personal attack. 4. The outrage economy. Let's be honest, outrage sells. Politicians, influencers, media outlets, they've all figured out that if they make you mad, you'll share, comment, and stay glued to the feed. Tolerance doesn't get clicks. You don't see headlines saying, 2 people disagree politely, it's fine. That story's not making the front page. 5. The disappearing middle. Another problem, the middle ground has become socially expensive. Nuance gets you attacked from both sides. Say you agree with some of what one side says? Congratulations. You're now seen as betraying the other. Over time, people learn safer to just stick to the echo chamber than risk the mob. Tolerance isn't dead. It's hiding under the bed, waiting for things to calm down. 6. Why this matters. When tolerance drops, society becomes brittle. We can't solve problems if we can't even talk about them without going for the jugular. Progress, real progress, comes from hearing ideas that make you uncomfortable and deciding if they make you wiser. Without tolerance, the only ideas left standing are the loudest, not the best. Actionable ways to bring it back. 1. Curiosity over combat. Next time you hear something you disagree with, try asking, why do you think that? Instead of immediately firing back. You don't have to agree, just understand. 2. Set the room, not the rules. You can talk about tricky topics in safe settings. Coffee with a friend beats a Facebook comment war every time. 3. Remember you're more than your opinions. If someone attacks your viewpoint, they're not attacking your entire worth as a human unless you let them. Audit your feed. Follow people you disagree with, not to argue, but to see the world through more than one lens. 5. Pick your battles. Not every opinion needs a counter-opinion. Sometimes the most tolerant move is to walk away and keep your sanity intact. Closing thought. Tolerance hasn't vanished. We've just stopped exercising it. Like a muscle, it atrophies if you don't use it. But the good news? You can start flexing it again. Because here's the reality. The world's not going to suddenly become less diverse in opinion. The only question is whether we want to live in a constant food fight or at a table where everyone gets a seat. And if you made it this far, I want to know, what's one belief you've changed your mind on in the last few years? Drop it in the comments, and maybe, just maybe, we'll get a little tolerance rolling again.